All right, and welcome to Courtesy Flush. Tonight we're going to be playing Lost Files of Sherlock Holmes with Naresar. How you doing, Naresar?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Not too bad. We had just got done playing some Hitman, and this week has been pretty much me trying to get everything kind of set up for our next video that we're doing, and cleaning and all kinds of other little things that you neglect when you get deep into projects. But that's okay. Hey, how's it going? So let's load this game up here. I got the MT32 out. That's gonna play that tonight, I suppose, at some point. It just turns on. Does all look at that? It's like a little flashing lights and stuff. You can't really read the display. Look, it's playing a synth brass. That's how you know. Ah, so cool. All right, let's go to the game. I'm geeking out over this thing. I love it. Yeah, he's like, Naresar, you got this, man.
More gold, Your Majesty.
Ether 69.
I
Need to reload.
wait. Oh yeah. Wait. Stop.
Holmes is going outside. Getting a bit of deja vu.
Files. Okay. Obviously, 6 was our last load. I need.
Oh, that's right. We've tracked down the killer to the docks. Oh no. What is that dog doing?
I'm
Oh,
sure
that's
he's
right, that's the
signaling
dog
that whoever is inside this.
Yeah, yeah, he found out the dog's there. Okay.
We can't look at the dog, but obviously that's what's.
Yeah, that's the
pail.
It's a tin
That
pail.
seems.
A thin rope attached to its handle sits precariously on a ledge.
Suspicious.
Seems suspicious to me, too.
Unmarked oak cask has the standard 36 imperial gallon capacity. The bung of the barrel is missing.
Interesting. That means it's empty. Or perhaps something else. What about that door over there?
That's nothing of interest here.
Manifest. Well, that's useful. According to the ship's manifest, the Carthago carried a load of olive oil from Cadiz, but a simple sniff of the offloaded cargo indicates something stronger than olive filled in those barrels.
And why do I feel like Carthago should be like one of the Cargonia ships or whatever?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, here we go. One of them is leaking greasy,
Acrid.
There we go. Ooze from its bung. That sounds dirty. This is
It is.
obviously low-grade sherry wine destined to be served at some of London's less discriminating public houses.
All right, let's.
So we're smuggling booze.
I can see that. The side of the crate was recently opened, but it hasn't been nailed tightly shut again. So they're using. Oh, so there's something in there.
Open?
Do you have anything to open it with? Perhaps.
Use. Can't do
Could
that.
very well be
Okay.
useful.
So we've got our useless preparations. Oh no, that's a wire hook. That's not. Well, let's see. Can't do that. Okay. Didn't think it was gonna work anyways. Knife. Smock. Leash. Use knife.
You do have a crowbar.
I do not. This is the wire hook.
Oh, that looked like
And I
a
tried
crowbar to me. Sorry.
No, I looked at it like a crowbar to me too at first, and then I actually went to use it, and it's like, oh yeah, that's some sturdy rope.
A 30-foot length of strong, though weathered rope.
We take
Perhaps could be useful.
We can take the rope.
Holmes
will
is just
be
picking
useful.
up every damn thing on the street. Oh, you could probably tie the rope to that light fixture. I don't know why, I just... Video game logic. An oil lamp burns steadily within the iron holder.
Well, let us attempt. Oops, no, I don't want to look. I want to use. Can't do that. Can I use it on... Hey,
No?
do that either. Wait, can we open shed door?
I don't know, man. Ooh, hammer. That'll help us with opening that crate.
Hammer? Yes. Use hammer. Use hammer on crate. Can't do... What do you mean I can't use a hammer? It is... Okay, it's not a claw hammer. Never
It's not a claw hammer.
I'll give
Okay.
them that one.
Well, that's useful, I suppose. Oh,
can
tie the
we-
rope to the hammer. Yeah.
Nope, doesn't look like we can combine items.
There was a manifest, but we didn't really give it a good once-over. We just kind of looked at it.
We did, I thought. It just says that it's,
Oh.
yeah, because we were making fun of Carthago. And it's like, oh, hey, they're bringing in olive oil, but it's really the sherry as we looked at the other barrels. Ship. Appears deserted. Barrels, ship door. Does it say anything about the shed? Battered shed, probably used for stolen tools and supplies required by sailors. Has a rickety unlocked door. We discovered this. We opened it. Can't do that. Locked. Ground floor window.
Queen Victoria is still in her nappies when this window was last cleaned. The urban soot and grime of the Industrial Revolution has rendered it virtually opaque.
Okay then.
Well then, I suppose we need to wipe it down. The window is securely locked. Strange, Holmes. I didn't expect the man to lock his door.
You know, I could get in this window very easily, but it's not going to let me.
What do you mean you can get in there very easily? What does that mean?
We have a hammer, good man. And I do believe in the game of rock, paper, scissors that hammer beats glass. But won't let us.
Well,
So,
can you move the barrels like we did in the store? Probably not.
I cannot be moved. Can we move the empty one?
Oh, wait a minute. Awesome. Nicely done. Well, how are you gonna climbing up on top of the barrel, you'd see this as a standard tin water bucket of the type used for swabbing decks. There's a thin rope attached to the handle. Interesting.
Okay.
What?
Now we have a bucket. I don't know what we're doing with the bucket, but we have a bucket.
Well, we can always get water if we need it. Probably, Sparkling River's true condition can be guessed by looking at the refuse strewn along its banks. Oh. I see. See if you can use it on the river.
I just tried and it, like, so we see use pail on Thames.
Wait.
I
Wait. Oh, maybe it didn't? What was that? He just got off the thing. He didn't do anything with it. Oh, now he's doing it. Well, he didn't do it before. All right. Well, I don't even know what that's for. All right, so we have a pail of water. We're just kind of putting things together here, guys. We have no idea what we're doing. Wash the window, Apex point out. Oh my god.
well,
I didn't
that's
even
what I started to think about, but like
Yeah, full of
it
water.
won't. There has to be a rag somewhere. Hold on. Hold on.
No.
Can't do that. Like I get.
Do you
no, I
have
get,
a
like,
don't you have like a scarf or a rag or something? Can we pick
have
up a scarf?
We have a hat.
No, I don't think the hat will do it.
Can't do that.
That'd be amazing. We just use this rich kid's hat as like a thing.
No, I don't appear to have any sort of cloth.
Well, try doing something with the door. Because I think we only clicked on it like one time. Maybe we
The
can.
door was locked.
Well, we have a hammer. You'll probably have to get that thing out of the way, though.
So if we move the
Just
barrel
like you,
back-
yeah. I was just thinking, like, why don't we just hammer the door?
Wait, what's-
A small piece of calico cloth. It's dry and oh god. Wait, wasn't
It-
that
I-
wasn't
I
there
think it-
before?
I think that was in the bucket, and it. When we pulled the bucket down.
It fell off. Okay, we have it now. I was just thinking you just use the hammer on the door. Like, all right, Watson, we're gonna be here all night.
Use cloth. Use cloth on pail. Rag is soaking wet.
Oh god, you're gonna wash
Now
that
we
window.
use wet rag on the window. I don't know why we're doing this, but obviously we're doing this.
All right, let's take a look. Stacked barrels conceal part of the room. A plank has been propped up against the inside of the door to keep it shut. Further into the warehouse, two men are conferring. One of the men is wearing a top hat and matches Blackwood's description. He looks furtively around the warehouse. The other man examines a large pendant. Oh, interesting. A large pendant.
Well, more barricaded, but
Okay, go with my plan. Hammer door. Hammer on door. Oh yeah, he's gonna do it. What are you gonna say?
Watson, a crime is being perpetrated in our very midst. We must apprehend the criminals. I will need your. I didn't finish.
Don't worry, Holmes. I brought my trusty Webley with me. Probably doesn't even exist yet. Oh, there they are. Come back here, you top-hatted fool! Holmes, damn it! Wow. Lestrade is holding Blackwood at Bow Street at the charge of selling stolen property. While he is interested in how Sarah Carroway's jewelry came into Blackwood's possession, he's not convinced that there are grounds to issue a formal charge of murder yet.
And on one, actually, you know what? No, isn't Blackwood like some kind of a little bit aristocratic person?
Yes.
Okay.
This is
I was
a
gonna say,
noble.
I feel like people have been charged with less during this time. The man is a stupid and lazy cur, Watson. I swear he will drive me to distraction. Does he expect that I should do all his work for him?
Perhaps your criticism of his handling of the Collins bungalow murder still rankles. The assertion that a reasonably intelligent child of 6 could not have solved the case in half an hour did not sit well with him.
Yeah.
Perhaps. Though it was true. His procedure was so sloppy it almost made me weep. So, Watson, it would seem we seem a face to face with Mr. Blackwood is in order. What do you say?
Lead on, Holmes, though I suspect Mr. Blackwood may have lost his tongue. Perhaps you could think of a way to make him talk.
So we need something to bribe him. I wanted to see something though.
What are you looking for?
I was wondering what, out of curiosity.
Well, we know that he's at
what
that Bow Street or whatever. BOW.
I was just kind of curious of what I didn't get to reading. Oh, we must apprehend criminals. I would need your assistance. Stand at the ready. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Anyways, so he's at the police station.
Thank you for reading
I don't think there's anything that we can be doing here.
I'm no trucking hound, Holmes, but I know how to hunt.
Just click clack as he comes out. He's like, I got a Glock. Apply the iron bar briskly to his kneecaps until he's willing to speak.
Good heavens, I'd say. Wacko makes a good point. We should be hitting them in the knees.
I have no idea where that could be, dude. Right there, I guess. Where that works. The one with a different icon. Ah.
Oops, that's not who I meant to click on. I forgot that I actually need to click the up, down, whatever.
Then hike off to Scotland Yard emergency. I'll never seen Gregson on Bow Street all the 17 years I worked here.
Okay, let's try the actual option, which was Inspector Lestrade has given us permission to speak with your prisoner.
No offense, Your Honor, but I need to see you say so in sharpish like mine. Otherwise, my superior will have my hide. Yeah, you'll need to give him more than that, I guess. It just...
Actually, you know what? Let me see. What dismal accommodations the Crown provides for miscreants, Watson?
Aye, but no worse than they deserve, Holmes, I'm sure.
Okay. Let's actually get going and go talk to...
Yeah,
Lestrade,
go get
apparently,
permission
so that-
while you're at it. Go ask him on me. Alright. I guess we will. Hey, Psydoc, how's it going? Now we gotta talk to the duty officer.
So we gotta talk to the duty officer so he can get... Yeah, we'll just start with this. I tried to speak with one of the prisoners being held at Bow Street Police Court.
And Hastings won't let you in. Say no more, Mr. Holmes, that takes his duties a bit too serious. To my way of thinking, anyway, I believe he'll pull his caution on the Queen herself if she came in without a pass. Here you are. This should just satisfy him.
Just hands you, like, fuck off. That's all it says.
Thank you, Sergeant. And so...
Hello.
We can...
We're doing alright, Psydoc.
Excuse you, I am a dinosaur. I am not a lizard.
Yeah. Paleontology.
Okay. We should have some sort of pass.
Pass.
We'll give the pass. Give pass. Give pass. Give permission to guard.
Very good, Mr. Holmes. You and Dr. Watson may enter. But I have to frisk.
And you're like, oh, fuck. This guy's will leave us alone.
I guess just direct approach. I have evidence that will put a rope around your neck before Christmas, Blackwood. Confess.
Your reputation for subtlety is undeserved, Mr. Holmes. You can hardly threaten a man who is about to die. Never mind the threat, it's bogus in any case. I've only been charged with stolen property.
Stolen property charge is a temporary expedient, Mr. Blackwood. Soon you'll be indicted for the murder in first degree. Now, here's a friendly word. Once the English judicial system traps a capital criminal in its capacious maw, it chews on him like a piece of tough mutton, and after it breaks him down, it unceremoniously spits him out like a repulsive piece of gristle. Would you not wish to spare yourself that aggravation?
Damn. That's
Okay.
right, George. What are you
Obviously,
going to
we
say,
need
George?
More.
Try talking to him again.
Mr. Blackwood, your situation is precarious, to put it mildly. Do you have anything to say to mitigate your crime? Anything that might save you from the hangman?
Mr. Holmes, it was an accident, I swear. I didn't mean to kill the girl. I was hired to find a letter that she was supposed to be holding.
What? What was in this letter?
Haven't the foggiest. I never found it. I searched her digs and dressing room and came up empty. And so I held her up outside the theater, figuring she had it on her.
Blackwood, you murdered the woman. Why, if you merely wanted to rob her?
I'm getting to that. She panicked, see, and I got overexcited. I sliced her to make her stop screaming, but it's my training, you understand. I went for the carotid artery. She was dead in seconds. Then I tried to make it look like the Ripper had done it. Cut her up and took her jewelry.
So that the job wasn't a total loss. What a sordid story. A simple robbery turns into the heinous murder of a young woman. What could be worse?
Since you asked, it turns out that Sarah Caraway was the wrong girl. She's a redhead, you see. I was supposed to be looking for her sister, Anna Caraway, who's a blonde. And Anna is supposed to have the letter.
How did you discover your error?
Party that hired me, old gent. Very nice tone, if you know what I mean. He became very agitated when I described Sarah, and after I told him she didn't have the letter and that she was deceased, he yells, "Sarah!" says he, and, "You idiot! It's Miss Anna Caraway who has the letter." "I beg your pardon," says I, "but you never told me her Christian name. You just said her name was Caraway." The nerve of some people. I just left him standing there in St. James Park fuming at the sky.
Who is this gentleman?
Said his name was Fitzroy, but I'm certain that's a lie. People lie to me when they need my services. It's a sad commentary on human nature, isn't it?
Why did he hire you? Oops.
I got a tiny reputation among the upper classes. I haven't up any strong-arm stuff, a touch of blackmail, and odd bit of dealing goods without the benefit of a sales receipt. But I never killed until now. It was an
Oops.
accident, I swear. It was a accident.
Swear no more, Mr. Blackwood. Let the facts tell the tale. Does he have anything else?
Yeah.
To whom did you try to sell Miss Caraway's jewelry?
I've given you plenty, Holmes. How many others do you want me to drag down into this hole?
Well, I don't know. You killed one woman, so I figure that's worth at least 2 for the prison system.
Okay, I guess
Okay.
we go somewhere else now.
Do I have to?
Fitzroy means son of Roy. Okay.
Okay.
Did any new locations
Oh.
pop up? Picnic site, the mansion, anything further south? No. Keep going over. There's a dog. I think we've been to the dog, haven't we?
Yes, that's where we got Toby for doing the tracking.
Right, right. Billiards.
We've been to billiards before. We didn't really get anything out of them at the time.
Huh. Let's,
Oh, but that's where the boyfriend is supposed to be, and now it's like... Okay.
well, who had the pendant?
What do you mean who had the pendant? Oh,
Yeah. Didn't Blackwood have it?
I think it was the other guy that had it at the time that we broke in, and I think he ran off with it.
Fitzroy was a surname given to royal bastards. Ah. Maybe Blackwood knows something else? We should talk to him.
Well, it didn't give me any new options, so I think if we get anything else out of him, it's gonna have to be with we're gonna have to find something else and bring it. Actually,
Bradley's tobacco shop, huh? What are you thinking?
well, he was, if you remember from the opening animation and the nope, I can't. Oh, man. No, I can't. It was literally just the moose.
Well, let's go.
that
Let's
we could
hover over
buy.
all the locations on the map and see what we see. Maybe there might be a name that sticks out.
Anyways, I was wondering if we could bribe him with cigarettes, since he was the one smoking at the scene of the crime.
That's a good point. Alley,
So we have Crime Alley,
crime
the
alley,
murder location,
taxidermy.
also the dressing room, but I think we pretty much
Yeah.
picked over that. We have the street chemist, where we bought all of our unnecessary medication in order to get to... I forget what we were trying to get from him. Talking to the apprentice boy. We've got Tobacco Shop, we've got Baker Street. We've got Sarah Caraway's flat.
Yeah.
But now more than ever, it seems like finding Anna is the important thing. We could try going back and talking to Brumwell.
That's true. That's an option.
Let's try that for right now.
That's true. We did come back here before. His lordship is still indisposed. Will you speak to Lady Brumwell?
I guess yes.
Excellent. If you give me your card, Mr. Holmes, I'll find out if her ladyship can see you.
His behavior seems to improve upon acquaintance.
Lady Brumwell will see you. Please enter.
I just noticed apparently the butler's name, or whoever the servant, because I know butler is technically its own, like a very specific thing. Anyways, his name is Pettigrew for all things. But anyways,
Please wait here. Her ladyship will summon you.
Statue. Watson. Oh.
The type of cigarette. Yeah. Never mind. You can just. The type of cigarette is not immediately evident even to the expert eye. It appears to be an exotic combination of Turkish and Balkan tobacco. There's a little about it that was custom made by a tobacconist.
Interesting. Red crystal ashtray holds some fresh ashes and a cigarette butt. The crushed butt, not to put too fine a point on it, stinks to high heaven. Well then. Anyways, we will keep her ladyship waiting.
Yeah. Mr. Holmes, man, what can I do for you? Nothing yet.
My husband wasn't. Okay.
We haven't saw the right person yet. Crushed butt, yeah. Yeah, it's true, Wacker. I think you're right. We're on the right trail, but we're not quite ready to come here yet. For whatever reason. We don't know how they're connected. Well, it was the necklace they were after, right. So we just have to find out where Anna is, and Anna will probably have the necklace on her.
No, Anna has the letter. He took the necklace. Blackwell took the necklace because that was the only thing well, not the only thing he found, but that was like his consolation prize of, oh, he doesn't have the letter, so he's going to take the jewelry and make it look like the Ripper. And like half of me wonders, like, is the pendant our key to finding Anna?
You're missing something, says D-Man.
Yeah, we're definitely missing something.
Yeah.
So, the question is...
Wow. Yeah, I don't know, man. The passage leads out to the streets.
Can I just... Because were these guys... No, this is where Anna's boyfriend hangs around here, I thought.
Oh, wow. Need to
Have
talk
you
to you
changed your
now.
mind about speaking with me?
No, I haven't, and I may change my mind about throwing my out myself. Now leave us be. Talk to him again.
Oh, okay. I will in a second. Sir, I require a moment of your time now.
I thought I told you.
Perhaps your wife or her brothers should be informed that you are keeping company with a tall, red-headed stage actress who wears Eau de Vie perfume.
For the love of Mike, keep quiet. You've been spying on me.
Not at all. The evidence is all over your person. A strand of long red hair on your jacket, a particular brand of powder on your collar, the unmistakable scent of Eau de Vie.
You're right enough. Can we keep this between ourselves?
Indeed. I have no wish to discombobulate your domestic arrangements. I simply must know where Antonio Caruso lives. I bear him no ill will.
Oh, Antonio keeps his rooms over at Kingsway, just below the Holborn Viaduct. Number 86 it is. Very cozy little spot.
Thank you. I trust this information will prove accurate. The O'Sheas sound like a contentious and vengeful lot.
You don't know the half of it. Very good, man. Well, now we have a new place to go. We found this guy's apartment.
Can we actually exit as opposed to... There we go.
Oh, there it is. Antonio Caruso's flat. So he probably knows where Anna is then.
Hopefully.
Ah, Mr. Sherlock Holmes, I presume. Your likeness in Beaton's Annual does you justice.
Then I shall send my compliments to Mr. Charles Doyle, the artist. Oh, that's why I'm like, I hung up on a second from Charles, but no, it's Doyle that's, creator of Sherlock Holmes. Although not Charles, but anyways. Okay. Let's just go for the first one. Mr. Caruso, we are investigating the murder.
Of course, you're investigating Sarah's death. Tragic event. But I must tell you, I'm having trouble with her sister Anna.
I'm sorry for your troubles, but we are investigating a murder.
Yes, that was selfish of me. But you see, I'm worried sick about Anna. I haven't seen her nor spoke with her since Sarah's death.
Oh, this is a problem. You've been to Anna's home today, then?
Yes, but the housekeeper wouldn't let me in. I believe the old crone when she said she hadn't even seen Anna. I left my card and came back here. I played the piano to distract myself.
Would you be so kind as to tell us the address of Miss Carraway's current residence?
It's on the good side of Bun Hill Road, 25, just off the Chiswell Street. Not the best part of town, but Anna wanted a house in the grand style, and she got one.
Do you have a key?
No, but the housekeeper will certainly be there. She always there, cleaning and polishing and sweeping and generally making a nuisance of herself. I warn you, however, that the woman is deaf as a post. Knock loudly and long.
Thank you for the advice.
If you see Anna, tell her I'm nearly prostrate with worry.
Okay, what else can we get from him? Yeah, let's ask about the picnics. Mr. Caruso, we've heard about your picnics near the Priory School. Can you tell us anything about the boy in whom Anna showed a special interest?
Not really. He's a strange lad, always standing alone, watching. I believe she felt sorry for him. Poor little rich boy and all that. The last time we were there, she said he wanted a gyroscope, and that she was going to get one. Imagine buying a gift for a child who has everything.
And did she give him a gyroscope? Well, we know no, because we gave him one.
I don't think so. Yeah, we just figured it out by moon logic. By moon logic alone, we could have figured... But how were we supposed to get this guy to talk to us? The guy in the bar wouldn't talk to us at all.
Well, I mean, I don't think we have actually learned anything. Like, I don't think anything we learned from Blackwell... no, not Blackwell. The Lady in Lordship. I don't think anything we learned from them ended up being involved in finding Blackwell. So conceivably, we could get to this point without ending up at the rich people. Do you mind if we look around?
I do mind, but I won't stop you. I really don't see how we'll help find Anna, or Sarah's killer for that matter.
I mean, he has a valid point. Small fireplace, clock.
A conventional brass mantel clock. This one is badly tarnished, suggesting that it's either old or poorly maintained. A friendly fire is currently burning in the fireplace. Friendly fire.
We've got crockery.
Serviceable blue Delft crockery. Presumably these articles are purely decorative because there are no other evidence of cooking utensils or even a gas ring on which to boil the water for tea.
Interesting. Pictures?
On both sides of an elegant oakwood fireplace hang framed portraits of some greatest operatic composers of the 19th century. Rossini, Wagner, Bizet, Verdi, Donizetti, and Hoffmann are represented.
Here's gas lamp, books. What's up with our books?
An impressive collection of European literature, complete with editions of Balzac, Cervantes, Flaubert, and Goethe, complete with the space leather-bound classics like the Iliad and Dante. Close examinations of several titles revealed that they've never been opened. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing all those,
completely.
Yeah,
I'm
who
fine.
cares?
Yeah, who cares?
I mean, I'm sure some of them are
Balzac.
French, which, who cares about French?
A young woman is in a bathing costume tests the waters of Blackpool. She has turned toward the shore and appears to having second thoughts. Her face bears a striking resemblance to the murder victim Sarah Caraway.
Miss Anna Caraway, I presume.
Yes, that's Anna. Lovely, isn't she? So now you know what she looks like.
Stuffed chair, plush cushion.
A velvet plush cushion has been casually tossed into this chair. Pick up the cushion. Chair looks extremely comfortable, though the cloth is a bit threadbare. A large cushion rests atop the chair. Move cushion. Yeah, you get
Wait,
it.
no, the cushion is what I want to move.
Nothing of interest under the cushion, but good checking, right?
Yeah, I guess. Okay, well,
I don't think he's like a real suspect, though. He just kind of gave you everything you wanted to know.
I mean, yes.
He's like, oh, I know who you are. There we are. Anna Caraway's flat.
This case is more expected turns than Cretan Labyrinth.
A Cretan labyrinth. Oh, yeah. A heraldic... Yeah, you read it.
A heraldic emblem and rendered in brass plate serves as the door knocker. The knocker itself looks like the golden shoe of a very small horse or pony. Anyways, we are going to use said door knocker with extreme violence.
Indeed. What up? What? He said knock long and hard and long. Well, how do you do a long knock? Like what's a like how do you lock a oh, there's a bell. Okay. And then knock. And then bell pull.
I feel like if this isn't the right thing to be doing, we could do this.
Didn't we get her keys earlier in the game?
No, that was for Sarah's.
Oh, okay. I felt like we got keys for something like this. A huge collection of leather-bound books grace the stack of polished mahogany shelves in this lifeless room. 3 gilded chairs are placed in a row against the east wall. The whole effect suggests the waiting room of a man of business, a lawyer perhaps, or a chartered accountant. There appears to be no access to the number 28 next door.
Interesting.
A brick townhouse of a type made popular in the last century by Horace Fisher. The massive solidity of the facade is broken by a delicate leaded glasswork and the iron balustrade above the entryway. The columns are cut from single slabs of granite mined from the same quarry used by the builders of Stonehenge. Wow. Thank you, Holmes. Thank you very much. Holmes just knows that. Are you sure we don't have anything? Ah, there you are. Maybe Watson lets it in. That's what it is.
Shall we approach Miss Caraway's serving woman, Watson?
If Mr. Caruso may be believed, we may not have to deal with her at all. Oh, yeah, we already looked at that.
Beautifully designed rosewood door. Its 2 top panels are done in elegant welded glass. The Italian influence pattern continues the theme established in the windows which surround the door.
Well,
Okay, hold on.
so we
let's
can't hammer the
double
door,
check.
can we?
And,
Hammer time. Hammer
you
time,
know,
door
we
time.
actually haven't used the hammer.
Can't do
can't do
that. All right, not the hammer. We don't. That's not a
Okay.
crowbar. That's just a wire hanger.
So we've got a ring of keys. We can try the ring of keys.
Oh, I believe this.
Oh.
Oh, that's you.
I believe the demands of good manners have been satisfied, Watson. If there's anybody inside, they are either incapacitated or they don't wish to see us. In either case, we must enter.
Indeed. Let us proceed.
I guess that.
So we actually did have
I
keys.
thought I
Why did we
remember a
have keys?
conversation about having keys.
Why on earth do we have keys? When did we get those keys?
Oh, that was earlier in the game. They said it was for Anna's apartment. I thought that's where we went before, but this is Anna's apartment.
Anyways, Watson, what do your powers of deduction tell you about this house? Is it occupied or are we alone? Well, yell, and if anybody answers, you're not alone.
I know that my guessing in a theme of yours is home, so if you don't mind, I'd reserve my opinion until I have some facts.
Now, here's the thing. This makes more sense because the other apartment is Sarah's apartment and this is Anna's apartment. Right? Does that make sense? Like, that's why
Yeah.
this is... Yeah, that's why...
This is Anna's. Other one was Sarah.
Right, so that's why those keys were like for... Yeah, okay. A lavishly engraved silver plate rendered in Louis Cortez style. Quatorze style? I've never heard of that. I've never even seen that word before.
I'm assuming somebody's name, probably French. Who cares?
Yeah. Anna used it holding cards, calling cards of prominent visitors. Oh.
So who do we got for calling cards?
Yeah, you're going to have to pick them up, it looks like. What are you saying? Well, the hammer was a good choice.
There we go. Card presents the name and office address of a certain Jacob Farthington. Farthington.
Yeah.
Barrister of Gray's Inn, London. Don't know. I'm assuming he'll be important later.
A
We have
score.
a score. Leather-bound, well-thumbed musical score and the libretto of W.A. Mozart's Magic Flute. The parts sung by the delightful character Papagena are underlined in pencil. I'm assuming that's the part that Anna
Papagena, yeah.
plays. Staircase.
It's an impressive oak staircase, highly suitable for dramatic entrances into the living room. On descending the staircase, one directly into the Chinese red parlor. Okay. All right. Do we need to go up there for any reason?
I mean, I'm assuming we will be in a moment, but large mauve turkey carpet.
All right.
Beautifully made and decorated with an interesting geometric pattern, it serves as a focal point for the living space. We got a plant.
And Watson's just over there like, he does this all day.
One of the two dragon trees, Dracena Draco, that grace the spacious foyer. They are particularly lush specimens, but appear to have gone without water for longer than a caring horticulturist would allow or recommend. The plant sits in a well-turned ceramic pot, glazed in royal blue enamel. The same. Yep. Okay, we got a picture. Charming photograph of two adolescent girls dressed in light-colored taffeta. I'm assuming our sisters Sarah and Anna.
Yeah.
They both own sunbonnets, and the sea is visible in the lower left corner of the scene. The smaller girl appears to be a much younger version of the victim, Sarah Caraway. The older girl is presumably Anna Caraway herself. More picture?
An interesting, though poorly executed still life of a vase filled with flowers. Perhaps the artist suffered from cataracts. Though the colors are stunningly lovely, the subject appears blurred and the forms are not properly delineated. It is signed simply C. Monet. Wow. Just that's
Holmes is
very much an art critic.
well, maybe
Count
this
Dino
is early
Monet.
work. Impressionism hasn't quite taken hold, and it started in France, in Paris, and the English and the French, they just don't get along. So that new French nonsense, absolutely ridiculous. Anyways, a beautiful piece of cream-colored linen is stretched and set in a handsome, though plain oak frame. The domestic homily, "Bless this home," is embroidered on it in small gray letters. Okay. Our bit. Okay, I guess we go up. No? Can we up? There we go.
Ooh.
Ah, the housekeeper. Good day, madam.
No response. Crusoe did not exaggerate the woman's condition, Watson. She seems to be extraordinarily hard of hearing. We must speak to her immediately, but I don't want to frighten her.
Oh. Well, that sounds like not my problem. No, I'm kidding.
Well, we'll look more at this in a minute.
Oh my, don't startle me so, young man. What are you doing here anyway? Are you a friend of Anna's?
Excuse us, madame. We are looking for Miss Carroway.
I haven't brought any dirt on your shoes, have you?
I trust not. Pardon our intrusion. We wish to speak with Miss Carroway.
Don't whisper, young man. How did you get in here anyway?
I really want to yell in real life, but that would be confusing to the people I live with. So,
Yeah, and
we
also
have
it
a
would get
key.
clipped.
Although that would be half the point.
Yeah.
Anyways, we have a key from Miss Carroway. We're looking for her, actually.
I meant the audio being clipping, like it makes a clipping noise.
You're not the only one. Her fancy man was here earlier interrupting me, keeping me from my cleaning. Like I told him, I haven't seen her all day. You can wait for her downstairs if you must. I have my cleaning to do.
I guess straight on that.
Might we have a look around this room?
Certainly not. Miss Carroway barely allows me in here. I clean it best I can, but she has strict rules. I have orders to never, ever touch that statue, for instance. Not that I'd want to, mind. The shameless woman has no clothes on. Now go downstairs, please.
Oh, so the naked statue, where? Oh, that one. Naked statue in the corner. All right. I guess that's where we got to go. A miniaturized version of the incomplete Venus de Milo in this marble rendering. The lovely lady's arms have been restored. She stands at a polished granite pedestal on top of which lays a thin layer of dust.
I mean, she isn't allowed to be, but interesting. So she doesn't want the housekeeper touching it. But obviously it isn't touched normally either, because if it has dust on it.
Please leave things alone. You and your companion are disturbing my house cleaning. I would be grateful if you would both leave this room.
Okay, well...
Music box, bowl of fruit.
Obviously, we're going to have to come back sometime without her here. Anyways, lovely scene rendered in the naturalist style of the mountain valley near Salzburg, Austria. Oops. Small ornate drawer in the bottom of the music box. Get yelled at doing this.
Please leave those things
okay.
alone. You're not allowed to touch anything.
So we're going to have to figure out to come back here later without her being here.
There we go. Seems like you have Bit of work to do.
But we have the calling card of somebody else,
Indeed.
so let us go do that.
100% behind this.
Secret passages, says Bully Snake, maybe.
Okay.
Alright, so now where does he get? He's not downtown.
Location.
Not in the really nice areas. Oh, there it is. It's
Here
a
we go.
pawn shop. Oh no, it's a law office. Never mind.
Office.
It looked like a pawn shop thing. That's why I thought it. Oh, well, allowed.
Good day, gentlemen. Forgive me for not rising. Please amuse yourselves while I complete this correspondence. There are one or two artifacts here that might capture your interests.
Sure, we can look at everything. So we've got a globe. Spherical map of the Earth is a 19th century reproduction of Leonardo da Vinci's classic globe, which the master built in 1515, shortly after the discovery of the Americas. Close examination reveals two sets of small brass hinges along the equator.
Ah,
Obviously, that opens up. Alcohol?
Ah, yes, you found my alcohol.
Bar. Yep. Two hemispheres separate along the equator to reveal a well-stocked spirit. Tantalus. Two kinds of sherry, a collection of glasses, and an antique bottle of very fine port.
very
Nice.
nice.
We got a diploma.
A sheepskin. Yeah, you got that.
Yeah, sheepskin document written in Latin, which states that the Magister et Amici, Master and Friends of Balliol College, Oxford, award the baccalaureate degree to Jacobus Maximus Farthington. Okay. We got a robe rack. Barrister's robe and periwig are carelessly strewn on the rack. Both items are in extremely poor condition. A small quantity of surface dust suggests that neither has been recently moved, let alone worn. The rack itself is meant to look like it is carved from a single gigantic elephant tusk, but is in fact made of plaster of Paris. So, looks fancy, but is not particularly.
No, not particularly. It's very nice, though.
Earrings. Match set of Royal Egyptian canopic jars from the reign of Amenhotep the First.
Oh, just some Egyptian artifacts adorning your
with
study.
detailed depictions of which of the deceits viscera were inside them. We've got books. Titles pertaining to the development of common law are randomly interspersed among the proceedings of the courts of the Chancery. The particular De Jure Intergensis and a handsome octavo set of the Justinian Code are represented. The majority of the library, however, consists of cheap French novels and bound volumes of the Police Gazette and Illustrated Weekly. We've got a bust. Who's got a bust?
The low vantage point.
vantage
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you got it.
Does not afford an adequate view of the bust to identify it with certainty. Well, letter. Let's look at the letter first. A piece of cheap foolscap paper has been carefully preserved under glass and surrounded with a functional frame. A short cryptic note is written on it. It reads, "Jacob, I found some C.
Oh.
It is dated 12 December 1886 and posted from
Jacob, I found some
Water
C.
Strand in the Transvaal.
Yeah.
Okay, fireplace.
This handsome marble fireplace and mantel is uncharacteristically devoid of decorative ornamentation. Despite the inclement weather and the time of year, a fire has not been lit. There's no sign of coal or fireplace implements. The grill is clean. The log that sits in the grill is made of papier mache. Oh, paper mache.
Would you have?
rendered in the richly decorative French Rococo style of the previous century. Rococo, excuse me. The 3-candle arrangement presumably provides all the lights Barrister Farthington requires when the sun goes down. A gold foil box in the style of a popular during the reign of Louis the, what is that, 16th? Yeah. Close examination of this painting and glazed enamel of the cover reveals, however, that this is a copy and no more than 20 years old.
So,
he's got a bunch of rich guy stuff.
well, he has a bunch of stuff that's supposed to look like rich guy stuff. Artful manufacturer intended that this gray ceramic cylinder appear to be fashioned from the foot of an African elephant. The beast's toenails have been painted pink. Perhaps it is meant to be a coal scuttle rather than a dustbin. Since both coal dust and paper refuse are completely absent, it is not possible to determine which. Anyways, we're going to finally get back to that bust. We're going to move the stairs. These library stairs allow access to the volumes on the upper shelves. From here, it can be observed that Mr. Farthington keeps Sir Richard Francis Burton's just completed unabridged and unexpurgated translation of the Arabian Nights on the top shelf, and that the bust beside the fireplace is of the orator Desmosthenes.
The order Desmosthenes? I don't know. Winston Churchill. So C is for Churchill.
I feel like it would be a little early for Churchill, but
maybe, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure how old Churchill was during World War II, but like we're talking about like roughly 60 years previous, like before that. So like, okay. Anything we need to still look at? We've got a chair.
A spacious, easy chair covered in purple wool brocade. On the arms of the back of the nap is facing the fabric. The seat cushion is severely compressed, and the carpet in front of the chair is worn thin. So someone uses that chair quite frequently. Probably even smokes in that ashtray that we need to look at.
Freestanding marble ashtray is on a chromium plate base. It's filled, almost overflowing, with ashes, spent matches, and the ends of small Dutch-style cheroots. Credenza. A rickety oak veneer credenza of minor manufacture serves as the bearer's desk. It seems poorly suited for the purpose. Farthington's jumble of papers, briefs, and letters are scattered about its surface, and a reasonably hefty volume would cause its collapse.
Very cheap.
Okay, well, let's get it then. Mr. Farthington, what is your interest in Miss Anna Carraway?
If you'll excuse me for saying so, sir, your manner is too blunt for my half. If you come without so much as an introduction and begin interrogating, no, sir, we shall not be able to deal in those terms. You can presumably find your own way out.
Forgive me. My name is Holmes, and this is Dr. Watson. We're investigating the murder of Sarah Carraway. At Anna Carraway's home, we found your calling card. Have you seen her?
With the exception of the one time last week, not since she was in nappies.
I beg your pardon?
Might I know the status of your inquiries?
We have some suggestive leads. Though the murderer is still at large, we're now concerned with the whereabouts of Miss Anna Carraway. No one has seen her in more than 24 hours. Would you please describe your interest in Miss Carraway? Did we already?
At the risk of betraying the confidence of a client, I'll tell you what story that will, trust, make my interest clear. When the Carraway sisters were just infants, their father and I were great friends. We came down from Oxford together, looking for adventure and ways to make our daily bread. After
Carraway.
Yeah. After 5 years of serious application, we had found neither. I took a notion to dig for diamonds in Africa. Caraway, whose wife had died in childbirth, was determined to accompany me. He gave his daughters over to the keeping of a maiden sister, and off we went. Once there, it took barely 6 months and a bout of malaria to convince me that the rigors of life on the veldt were more than my standards for comfort could accommodate. I booked a passage home. With luck, I was able to establish this law practice, such as it is. Caraway stayed on thinking his fortune was blah 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 something. It got skipped. Anyway, over the years, Caraway's sisters remembered me for holiday greetings and such. But I never saw either of them until Anna called me on last week in my professional capacity. In brief, she retained me to research the legal procedures and evidence required to prove a claim of parentage. Though she was reluctant to provide me with any details, this much emerged. 10 years ago, Anna bore a son out of wedlock, from whom she was coerced into giving up to the boy's father, Lord Brumwell.
There we go.
Recently, she acquired some evidence that she believed would, in the hands of proper authorities, legally reunite her with her son. She understood that she would certainly risk old Brumwell's ill will were she to expose the evidence. But she discounted the risk. She left promising to come again 2 days ago, but she never came. I called her at her home, my condolences for her death of her sister, and she was mysteriously absent. Frankly, I wonder, gentlemen, if she underestimated her position. I fear her disappearance may have a sinister cause, and you said nothing to allay my fear.
Yeah, I regret to inform you, sir, that Anna's disappearance is more than a wretched coincidence.
I suspected as much. This is a serious and tragic muddle, if I've been any judge, and I am. Urgency must be with watchword, gentlemen. Yes, urgency indeed. Extreme urgency. Yes, indeed. Emergency.
Do you have anything more to tell us, sir?
Regrettably, no. I have an idea. Might I engage your considerable powers, Mr. Holmes, to assist me in finding Aaron Caraway before any further misfortune transpires? When you have unraveled this little tangled skein, bring Adam to me, and we'll both have the reason to be grateful.
Very well, Mr. Parthington. I will do my best.
Will and Testament, probably.
For now, though, our business is concluded. If my office holds no more interest for you, please see yourselves out.
Okay, well... I
C
see no
for
reason to stick
Caraway.
around. Yeah. Makes obvious sense. Okay. So we could... In theory, we now have explanation for Bromwell's whole thing. But I want to see... Let's quick swing back past Anna's.
I think you're right. I think doing this is correct.
Which keys was it?
Did we actually even read the calling cards? Because I know we picked them up.
It was just the one. And it just
There was another one in there. You didn't pick up both?
I didn't think there was both. It didn't seem like there was two.
Yeah, there were two in that thing. Unless they're
okay.
both the same exact thing. Oh, you gotta use the keys. Oh, he found diamonds. Ah, yeah. Whacker points up. Hold up that letter. I found some. See. So Caraway found the diamonds. Yeah, see, there was
There is
another one right.
another
Yeah, I saw two when I was there. I was like, it looked like they had two. Maybe it was a little too pixelated.
Okay. Calling card bears the name of Antonio Caruso, printed in almost illegible Florentine script. Okay. So we
So,
kind of expected that one.
okay. What was the other calling card? That was the one we just
That
looked
was
at.
the one that led to the barrister.
Gotcha. Why don't you ask Watson what to do? He's been pretty good about this kind of thing.
Particularly lovely room, is it not, Watson? Do you see anything of interest?
Only Miss Carroway's housekeeper. The woman applies the concentration of a diamond cutter to the job child can do. People are strange, Holmes.
Yeah, we can look at it, but we can't touch it. Yeah, she just yells at you.
And we can't ask
Alright,
Watson to distract her.
What
Okay.
about going downstairs and asking? Maybe he can like shoot a gun into the ceiling. You know what I mean? I like how Holmes waited for Watson to open the door. Yeah.
Despite our unconventional entry, you must certainly have noticed that Miss Carroway's home is beautifully furnished.
Indeed, beautifully maintained. It's immaculate. Everything appears as it was scrubbed with soap and polish and then buffed for hours. Miss Carroway's housekeeper must be a treasure.
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, she is cleaning very well. She is not very good at several other things, but she is very good at cleaning. Shall we peruse parlor, Watson?
By all means, Holmes.
And that's it. Okay, so obviously this isn't where we need to be at the moment.
Yeah.
So, I vote then.
I vote. Where are you thinking?
I was going to say Brumwell.
Okay.
Lord Brumwell.
If Brumwell
did you
doesn't
have it?
pan out, I vote we get a hint.
Okay.
So we can at least know like where our eyes are supposed to be, because we're like all over the place now. We're like, okay, so Sarah was killed thinking that it was
Sarah was killed thinking it was Anna. Anna has a letter that we need. Well, obviously we want to protect her for one, but we also
the letter
want
that
to...
Anna has is the evidence that ties probably someone who's tied to this case besides Blackwell.
Brumwell. That's the father.
So right, so he's tied to her murder. So that letter probably is like got his seal on it or something. That's the only thing I could think of. That would be damning evidence. Actually, that would make sense. That's why he won't look. That's why he won't see you. Because you know he's there. His wife's just covering for him. He's very busy. That's all they keep saying. Does the story about a kid check out? Brumwell having a 10-ish-year-old son? Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've met the son.
Maybe it's like birth records or something. Or Fitzroy. Yeah, that's true. Enter. Oh, Mr. Holmes, what may I do for you? Are you gonna let us in there now? No, we still are
No.
missing something.
Well, obviously what it is we have to find the letter. Like, that seems to be what the track is now, is we have to
Yeah.
find the letter and, like, be like, here, I have,
Let's
like,
see.
you know...
I'm just gonna click on the things. Okay. Anna's apartment. Okay, hints. It's awfully clean in here. It would be a shame if somebody messed it up. I like that hint. It's awfully clean in here. It would be a shame if somebody messed it up. Thank you, hint guide. How are we gonna mess it up, Nick? That seems evil. I don't know why. Not there. The apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get in here and let's take a look at inventory.
Have Watson distract the
Because
cleaning
I'm
lady.
Sure something we have picked up will be good at making a mess. Shame we couldn't have stolen the ashtray from the law office, because that would certainly have been a mess, considering I think it was like close to overflowing, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'd say so.
There's keys.
At least Watson and Holmes have the decency to lock the door on the way out, you know? You definitely have to lock your door in this town.
Okay.
Alright. So messy.
Inventory. We have analysis results, but we still have the powder.
No, use residue on carpet. Well, carpet is an option. So maybe we pour something on the carpet?
I don't know, because it could be either down here or up. Probably it would have to be down here.
Yeah, those are just balms and stuff. I mean, to us, we would just pour it on the ground, but this game seems like it wants something else. No. Smack. Let's see, we got that wet rag. Maybe that'll work.
And I don't know that down here,
the both Steel and D-Moon says knock over a plant. Can you move a plant? You can totally do that. Nick! Oh no! Yeah, now it's time to go up there and tell her the bad news. That's so bad.
Excuse me, madam. I'm afraid we've knocked over a plant downstairs. He admits to it.
Dirt on the floor? Out of my way, young man! Alright. Let's go touch the naked statue with our hands. Try moving it. Okay, well, I guess we can move it. Alright. There's a book.
Oh, book?
A small leather-bound volume sits inside an indentation carved in the pedestal. Alright.
Okay, let's put statue back.
No, none the wiser. Nicely done. Let's take a look at that book.
Yeah, in a second.
Oh, yeah. Hey, how's it going, Mason?
We'll get everything else.
How's it going? A brilliantly colored ceramic bowl filled with Spanish oranges. Their delightful aroma competes with the smell of cleaning, carbolic, and furniture polish. And loses. And loses, yes. A bench with toiletries. 3 brands of distinguished and expensive French eau de cologne sit on the bench at the foot of the bed.
Music box. What do we got going on with our music box here?
A silver-plated Swiss music box designed like a carousel. The top of the carousel appears to be removable. Moving it open. Oh, shiny. It plays a tune. A small built-in tray holds a key to the music box and 2 pairs of earrings. Neither pair appears to be particularly valuable. You want to pick it up? Take them?
I think I can.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I guess
so
close it back. Or, oh, you got to... Oh, there you go. What did that do? The top of the music belt is hinged, allowing access to what?
The winding mechanism.
All right, try
So
hit use.
do that.
Oh, you got to pick
So
up the
obviously
key.
we need to pick up the key, but like it doesn't. This is so annoying. Like there's the glowy glint of like, hey, pixel art, look here,
Yeah.
but it's not letting me do the thing. Okay, let's look at the book.
Yeah, maybe the book has
Oh,
information.
diary. Appears to be Anna Carraway's diary. The private thoughts, feelings, and movements are recorded in a neat, regular hand. The most recent entry is lengthy. In brief, it reveals that on learning of her sister's death, she hired some detective experts in the recovery of stolen property. She believed her sister's jewelry would be pawned by the killer. The jewelry itself was not particularly valuable, but a letter whose value is beyond description was concealed in the pendant. Oh no. The entry ends with a chilling sentence: if they are not successful in recovering the pendant, I will be alone in the world, my poor sister dead, and my child lost to me forever.
Oh, wow.
That's-
So she was trying to get the child back, but Brumwell basically was like, I can't be involved with that.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
his reputation and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Well, what was the point of
Um,
opening all that? Maybe it's to show that there was something there. It plays a tune. Yeah, there's nothing in it, I guess. Maybe
the tray holds the key to the music box.
it does, but we don't have a
And,
way to
like,
turn it on.
well, that's what um,
Yeah. I don't know, man.
yeah, the winding mechanism is when you open it up. So, like, this is annoying. Why can't? Anyways.
Bowl of fruit. An enamel bowl filled with winter apples. The fruit is well past its prime. It may be merely decorative. Dr. Watson might observe that Miss Carraway does not evidently subscribe to the old adage, an apple a day, etc.
Painting.
Finding that, yet, I don't think this is important. Finding that pendant is, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So let us be off.
We snooped. Okay, so we have a book.
We have the diary, which mainly is information regarding that we need to find the pendant because the pendant has the letter. So ironically, Blackwell, the guy who is hired to retrieve the letter, had it in his hands and just didn't know it.
Wow.
Okay.
Do we have a new location now?
No, but I bet if we go back to the police court and tell Blackwell, hey, idiot, you had the letter.
Yeah. He'll probably be like, oh. Oh. No, that's fine. You can answer whatever.
Have your prisoners said anything, guard?
Nothing I could repeat to polite society, Mr. Holmes.
Oh, do we have to? Oh,
I think you have to open. I think you just open it. I don't think you have to show him anything. Or maybe you use the pass. I don't know.
I think we have to give him the pass again.
Very good, Mr. Holmes. You and Dr. Watson may enter. All right.
It would seem, Mr. Blackwood, that you recovered the letter you were hired for after all.
And what do you mean by that, Mr. Holmes?
Anna had given the letter to Sarah for safekeeping. It was hidden in the pendant that you took from her the night that you murdered her. Now, if you expect any leniency at all, you will reveal the whereabouts of your fence.
Ironic, isn't it, Holmes? I do my job, and I get the rope for it. Well, it won't do me any good where I'm going. Talk to a name of Jamison. He has a pawn shop on the other side of the river. A perfect front for his line of work. I have a few business dealings over the years. He's a clever brute and pretty well connected.
So we caught the guy who
Okay.
actually murdered somebody. So we did catch the murderer, But the people who are involved for the murder, like the why of the murder, are still being apprehended. We believe it's Lord Brumwell. We just need to get the last bit of evidence.
Well,
It's worn ebony tubing pegs and artificially aged walnut veneer. This instrument is masquerading as a handcrafted 18th century Italian violoncello. In point of fact, the instrument was produced in a Cheapside factory sometime in the past decade. Okay. Let's talk to this
display counter.
creepy doll.
Doll. Start of the bicycle drum. Anything that looks particularly amusing to click on. Not really.
Is there anything in
doll.
the display case that looks like a gem? The shop's glass-covered display counter holds coins, rings, pendants, bracelets, freestanding gems, and other easily concealable portable items. Something has occurred to you, Wacker. Oh, I see. The
Okay.
owner.
The intermediary between Blackwood and the Brumwells might not be Brumwell itself. It might have been his butler. Interesting thought there.
Yeah, that's true.
Protecting the family name, you know. I would like to buy a few items and perhaps some information.
All items are priced and marketed. Through prices are negotiable. Information will certainly carry a slightly higher price tag unless you simply require directions.
Okay, well, roundabout ain't work, direct it is. I have good reason to believe that you have recently come into illegal possession of an oval-shaped ivory pendant on a heavy gold chain.
You have reason to believe, sir, but do you have evidence?
You could say number one. That makes
so
the most.
we've got, saw you at the commercial. I do indeed. George Blackwell gave me your name from Cozy Cell in Bow Street. I do not believe that I would have much difficulty in convincing the police that you were an accessory after the fact of the murder you received. Yeah, let's go with number one. Indeed, I do. I saw you at the Surrey commercial docks receiving the pendant from George Blackwood.
I doubt that. If you have no business to conduct, then let me detain you.
Okay. Oh,
No, go back to that again. Do it again. Yeah, try number two.
Okay. Try number two.
Yeah.
I do indeed. George Blackwell himself gave me your name from his cozy cell in Bow Street.
If you'd believe the word of an incarcerated criminal, sir, you are a fool. Good day.
All right, let's try number three.
That. Fine. I do not believe that I would have much difficulty in convincing the police that you were an accessory after the fact to the murder of a young woman whose pendant you received.
Murder? Well, let's not be hasty. I recall the pendant. I don't know it was stolen. I didn't determine the true provenance of every item in the shop. I can't guarantee the legitimacy of every transaction. I'm a man of business. I rely on good faith on my...
Save it for Inspector Lestrade, Mr. Jameson. Where is the pendant?
I sold it almost right after I got a hold of it to a private inquiry agent named Moorhead. He knows me. He knows I deal with certain class of goods, if you take my meaning. He keeps an office in the city. You could find him there, I suppose. That's all I know of him.
Okay. Has anybody else approached you about the pendant? I remind you to be frank with me.
Now that you mention it, yes, shortly after I sold the pendant to Moorhead, one of our regular clients came in looking for a pendant. Though he used different means than you, he persuaded me to tell who I Oh yeah, who had sold it, yeah.
I wonder if that's Anna's detectives. What is this so-called client's name?
Hunt. Robert Hunt.
What do you know about him?
Well, as little as possible if you take my meaning. He's what known in my business as a rough trade.
Well, that seems to be all we're going to get out of
Well,
him.
let's save the game, and I think this is a good time to stop unless you want to keep going.
Yeah, I'm good to stop here.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Well, I think the next stream we might maybe get close to finding it. At least we might catch Lord Brumwell. That's the last one we need to do. All right, Nick. Well, that's pretty much it. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Good times, good times.
Yeah, close to solving this mystery one clue at a time, I guess. So, yeah. Hope you guys have a pretty good night. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. And, yeah, let me bring us out of the... How do I get out? How do I leave? I think it's, the exit button is somewhere. Oh, there we go. Yes. I did it. I closed the game. Anyway, you guys have a good night, and we'll see you on the next Courtesy Flush. Take care,
See ya.
everybody.